April, and I believe I've talked about this before, I opened the first version of my physical clean beauty supply store. And within 3 days of opening, my store got shut down. And to be honest, it was devastating. And I was using my Claude AI, my AI assistant, and I know it's bad for us, so I try not to use it often. But in that moment, I went like after a few days of sitting with the fact that this store that I had spent a lot of money and a lot of time and had a lot of hope in had just been abruptly taken from me. I went to my AI and I just typed in like I quit in like all caps. Like, this is just, it's too much. Like, how does failure continue to just disrupt my plans? And my AI immediately went to, oh my gosh, you need a therapist. Do you need the crisis hotline? And I'm like, what? No, baby, not that kind of quit. That's not what I meant. Oh my gosh. And in that moment, I realized, like, I have to be so careful with my words. I have to be really careful with my words, because that is not the type of quit that I meant. I meant like I quit trying. I quit having all these brilliant ideas. I quit, trying to bring my vision to life and build my dreams. Not quit life. Okay, so that was a moment of true intervention for me and how I speak, because no, it's not what I meant. But what it did help me realize was, in this season of my life, I'm not searching for more of something per se, and I'm not a quitter of my goals and my dreams, even though sometimes I do feel like things that I want are just completely out of reach. In this season of my life, I realized that everything I do, every single thing I do, every idea I have, every job I take, everything that I'm doing, it has to align with my soul, because my soul is tired of doing things that do not fulfill me, do not sustain me. I am realizing in this season that I have a strong need for fulfillment. What I'm doing has to fulfill my soul's thirst and hunger. And if what I am doing is not fulfilling me, it will not work, and I will not work it. When I was in that season of feeling like a complete failure, it opened up a lot of, I guess, wounds. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it definitely opened up some things for me that I feel in this season are actually open because I need them to propel me. I see so many women in this stage of life, like entering their 40s, or in their 40s, and they are just trying to figure out who they are now. They feel different. Their bodies are different. Their minds are working differently. Their emotions are doing some weird things. Hormones are all out of whack, right? We're in a season of truly like reinvention, because the first half of our lives we were one thing, and now we're stepping into this new half of life, and it's like, who am I now? Like, I know what I think I want to be, I know who I think I want to be, but who am I really? And I see a lot of women talking about, they want to be in their soft era, or they want to be in their slow era. They want to be in their, they want to be loved. They want to travel. They want breaks, whatever it is. For me, the era of my life that I'm in right now is fulfillment. I'm in an era and a season of true fulfillment. I have to do work. I have to live a life that is fulfilling. If I do not operate in spaces that feed my soul, I will not flourish. I will diminish. I will shrivel up. I will shrink. I will be miserable. And I think this is why, when I said I quit a few months ago, I wasn't quitting my goals. I truly believe that those words were meant to thrust me into this journey of quitting every single thing that does not serve me, does not fulfill me, does not align with the path that I'm on, does not align with the vision that God has given me for my life and for my family. I have to quit. And oh my goodness, when I tell you, I feel like that is why I have this strong pull to, make a very tough decision when it comes to my job and my career. Because what I'm doing right now, yes, I am a responsible adult. I'm a responsible parent. I understand that my children require me to make good decisions for them to live happy, healthy, abundant lives. And I also recognize that in order for me to be the mom that pushes my children to live that life, I have to take care of myself, and I have to nourish myself, and I have to do what feeds me. And when I say this season, this era, and those words, I quit, when I thought I was quitting my vision and my dream, what I was really speaking is that I am quitting everything that does not fulfill me and does not feed my soul. Because in this era, in this season, in this second half of my life, I owe it to myself to pursue what God told me was for me. Because I do not believe that He would give me the vision for my life and then say, psych. I do not believe that. And I know that I did not make this up. Like, let me tell y'all something. When I first started into adulthood, I entered adulthood as a mother, okay? I was 19 when I had my first child. I was 22 when I started my career as a sonographer. All I wanted was to have a good career that paid me well, be able to buy a house, and make sure that my kid, and then kids, because then I ended up having my second child at 23. All I wanted in that season of my life was to be a good mom, to buy a house, to keep my job, to have a career, maintain that career, to be a good worker, do the things that society tells me to do as a mom, as a black mom, as a young mom, to beat all the odds. Those were the things that I strived for. And so when I tell you the vision vision that I have for my life in this season, the things that have been planted in me over the years, the goals, the hopes, the dreams that have been placed inside of me over the years, they were not placed there randomly. I don't believe that, because if it were up to me, I would still be in Maryland, working a job that I would now be at for 20 years, I believe, or at like 18 years or something like that. I'm still working that same job, living in the house, my first house. That would be my house. I would just be content in that life of being able to say, I beat the odds. I was not a statistic. I, provided what I was supposed to provide and did what I was supposed to do. So I know that what I feel is not random. It is not just me telling myself these are things I should do, because I would not have chosen this for myself. I don't like rejection. I don't like to feel like a failure. I don't like to mess up. I don't like to disappoint people. I don't like to disappoint myself. So I would not have chosen a path that is full of rejection and disappointments and failures and lessons. I would have chosen ease, because my life before deciding that I need something else was easy. It was so easy. So when I wrote, I quit into AI about 2 months ago, and it hit me back with, girl, do you need mental health services? It definitely made me realize, like, first I have to watch what I say and the intent behind my words, and then I also have to make sure that what I'm saying has meaning, right? And then to be able to interpret that meaning, because when I said I quit and it thought I was having some sort of meltdown and mental health crisis, I was instantly like, oh no, that's not it. But as time went on and I started doing some soul searching and just thinking and praying and journaling, I realized that those words were actually intended for me in the sense of, I have to quit everything that does not feed my soul and does not fulfill me. Because if I continue to accept things that are not actually for me, just because it is safe and it is comfortable and it is easy, I will continue on this downward spiral. Whew. I really hope that as women that are entering a new season of life, and as moms who are navigating, self-discovery and motherhood, that we are able to give ourselves grace, love, motivation, and the courage and confidence to believe that the dreams we have and the things that have been placed inside of us are for our good and for our family's good, and that we just have to trust the process, even when we don't know what the process is supposed to look like. So that's all I have. I hope everyone just continues to believe in themselves, trust themselves, and know that what is for you will find you. And even in the hard moments,